Welcome to Muddy River News this week, furnished by Harvey's. I'm Bob Gough. My guest today is Melissa Shriver-Hackamack with the Adams County Fair. Hi there.
Hi there. So glad to be here today.
And we're glad to have you, and it is already fair time.
It's a little scary how fast it comes every year.
Well, and before we get into the fair, the thing that sort of sped up your calendar a little bit was, the fair hosted the visit from former President Trump. Talk a little bit about how that all ended up from your perspective, from the fairgrounds perspective.
Yes, well, we are obviously a venue. We host weddings, we host events every year. This was a little different, though, because as a venue, we are just providing the space. The Trump people came in, they chose their space. They really were self-sufficient. They didn't need a lot of help, even though we offer the same kind of help we help with everyone. And it was amazing to see what was transformed into the Trump rally in our parking lot.
Yeah, no, it was again, it was really something, and they had the thousands of people there, and then I thought maybe there was some concern with as the big rains hit and they had to pull all the equipment out, but when you're just kind of using a grassy lot, we're not going to tear up anything.
No, and we're used to that. We have downpours and gully washers at the fair almost every other year.
Yeah.
So our guys are really adept to getting the equipment out, pulling people out in an efficient manner. It was a really good event for, you have that many people in that space, and it was run very efficiently, very professionally, and we thought it was a home run as far as the community is concerned.
Well, we thought, we really, the whole Muddy River News team that covered the event, we were really, the people who were with the advanced staff and advanced staff for the Trump people were really great to work with. So, but now it is Adams County's fair's time to actually have the fair on the fairgrounds. First, let's talk about new stuff. What do we have new that's at the fair this year?
Well, we actually have a new rescue dog show that's coming into the Family Fun Zone this year. So that's new. It's pretty exciting. This gentleman has rescued all these dogs from local animal shelters around the country. And then he started noticing that they know how to do tricks. And so they're trick jumpers, and it's going to be fun. It's, of course, included with admission at the fairgrounds. And it's so interesting to watch these dogs perform. So if you've got little kids, or if you're an animal lover yourself and you love rescue dogs, just showing what those rescue dogs can do under loving circumstances inside of a loving home. And so we're excited about that in the Family Fun Zone. We also, of course, as always, we have our big concert night. Now this year we're bringing in Granger Smith. Of course, he's new. And the thing that's really new and different about this act this year, Granger Smith has an alter ego, Bob. His name is Earl Dibbles Jr.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Earl Dibbles Jr. has his own Facebook page, his own following. Granger Smith, of course, has his own following. So it's going to be an interesting show because he's bringing him along even though it's the same guy. It's an alter ego. It is.
Nice.
It's going to be great. We have a great opener too. Brant Carmichael's coming in, and he's an up-and-comer, so we'll be excited to see him around the fairgrounds. But in general, we're just really excited to be back at the fair, having a good time with good old-fashioned fun and things that you can expect. But we always really enjoy just seeing the whole community come out for, I call it the big Adams County family reunion.
It is. It is. It's a lot of fun, and always great to get out there. And of course, you'd always like to have temperatures in the low 80s and no humidity. But sometimes we get scorchers, and like you said, sometimes we get gully washers. But regardless, the fair's still a great time.
It is. And we're really excited too. A lot of people, they look at the pageant night and they're like, oh, it's pageant night. But we are excited to bring back our Sweetheart of Adams County pageant. And if you haven't heard about it, it's a really exciting opportunity for folks who have mental and physical disabilities to shine on the stage for a night. And we're really excited to bring that back for the 5th year. A lot of folks around the community really like to support that as well. So if you know of someone that would like to shine as a princess or a prince on the stage, make sure you're going to our website, adamsfair.org, and we just love to highlight them and their achievements.
We will, of course, have the Adams County Fair website and schedule all attached with the story. As you're watching this video, it'll be on the same page, too. So, and a lot of improvements at the fairgrounds, too, that have happened. I know when I was out there, when we were sort of prepping and scouting for the Trump rally, I know the new building, I guess they use it, it's kind of where the queens all get ready.
We call it the Queen Shack. We need to come up with a better name because it isn't a shack anymore. It used to be a little bit of a mobile home, but we've upgraded in the last year. And we also have added some new pavement to help folks with disabilities to be able to come in the front gate and have nice smooth pavement to the arena, the grandstand arena. We've also made improvements to our sheep barn in the last couple of years. And of course, we're really blessed to have gotten some money from the Adams County Board from the federal government. And they're going to help us build this really nice restroom facility. We've been in want of a nice restroom facility for a long time. So we're really excited to see that construction project happen. It's not going to be done for the fair. We have to go through all of the architecture and all of the paperwork and all the red tape, but we're really excited for bringing that to the fair next year.
Yeah, that's with the relief funds from COVID, which of course you guys qualified for because you suffered setbacks from that, like many of us did. And I was at the board meetings when they were appropriating that money, and it seemed like a great use of it. And that's what it's about. It's to kind of help things get going. And the fair has and yes, you can make all the improvements and do all the things you want to do, but still, it's about just the venue. It's about the 4-H contest. It's all that other good stuff, the demo derby, all that, all the cool stuff, and it's nice to have improved amenities, but still, a lot of times people just want to get out there and celebrate all the traditions of the fair.
Yes, and of course, the traditions of the fair, we always have our pageant night on the first night. The fair runs from a Wednesday to a Tuesday, which is a little different for fairs around our local community. But we always start on a Wednesday. That's July 27th this year with the pageant night. We've got 4 lovely ladies from around the community that are going to be running, and we're really excited. The Little Miss and Mr. pageants that night as well as the Sweetheart pageant. So we're really excited about that. That just kicks off the week, though, because on Thursday, the 28th, we're going to be having the bronc busting, and I love that night. Thursday night is our Veterans Night.
Nice, that's great.
And so that's when we offer free admission to all of our former and present day veterans who are serving our country or have served. So that's a really great night to bring the family out. We have bronc busting that night. We have all sorts of different things. Then on Friday, of course, it's bull riding night. We love that night. We also have the state fair coming in with their karaoke competition. So if you're a karaoke queen, we want you out at the fair. And then on Saturday, of course, it's our big concert night. Of course, animal shows every day.
Right.
And Sunday and Monday, we have our tractor pull nights, which is always a good time. And then, of course, the demo derby where we crash and bash our way to success and victory.
Yes.
We just love all of our events. But one thing that you might not know, we have one of the biggest horse facilities as far as events go in the whole state of Illinois. At one time, and I'll have to double check this, we had more horse shows than the state fair.
Wow.
So it's just an interesting dynamic. You wouldn't think it would be in Adams County, but we have a huge amount of horse shows, and people come from all over to participate in those horse shows. In fact, we have a pony pool this year that people are coming from Kentucky. Even with the high gas prices, they're coming from Kentucky to participate.
Well, again, I think, with, again, when fair season hits and, people want to, bebop and hit as many of the county fairs as possible, and of course, a lot of times the state fair wraps that up. And, like you said, with you have many of your contests that then feed into the state fair. You have to win at the county level before you advance.
Yes.
So all of those great tie-ins that people in the rural areas especially just really enjoy. And okay, so the Granger Smith concert is again, which night is that?
It's Saturday, July 30th.
Okay. All right. And then that's the only concert this year then?
Yes.
Okay.
We have one country music concert, and we just have a whole kit and caboodle of different events that are happening. We've done other concerts on different nights.
Right, I thought you had,
but for some reason, the Saturday night venue with the country music is always what works. And we kind of, those analytic people, you wouldn't think it, but we keep track of our participation when we have different events. And this seems to be the schedule that works for people, and we have the best numbers.
Yeah, I remember there used to be some Sunday night shows once upon a time, but again, Sundays are hard because you got to go to work on Monday.
Yes.
So, ballpark on number of people you expect. Do you guys keep a loose track of that? And attendance has been pretty steady. Have you had the COVID bounce back and everything yet?
Last year was a good year for us.
Good.
We had one of the best years we ever had in 2019. In 2020, of course, we didn't have a fair. 2021, we weren't sure what to expect. It was kind of one of those, and I'll be honest, we didn't have approval to go forward with the fair until around May. So throwing a week-long fair together in like 2 months, it was a feat, to say the least. Last year, we had really good numbers, a little bit lower than 2019. We try to keep track of loose numbers, and sometimes we can expect 15,000 people on the grounds on just a Saturday.
Right.
So it just kind of depends on what year, what you've got going on, which days. I'll have to look those numbers up for you because I hate not just speculating.
I just think that again, with like you said, with when the entire world took the pause in 2020, people last year were sort of like dipping their toe in, and this year seems to be a year where events are full, baseball stadiums are full, everybody's back going full bore. So I'm just guessing that if the weather cooperates at all, you guys are going to have a heck of a year.
And what really helped us last year, I think we didn't actually suffer at all with low numbers last year.
Right.
I think it helps too that we're open air. And last year when people were a little bit hesitant to get out, you always have to remember that an open air facility, that's kind of one, at least with COVID, it's one of the safest kind of things. We did do a lot of work last year to have disinfectant facilities, and we tried to make sure that there were cleaning stations in different places. Things were cleaned on a regular basis. We really, really emphasized that, but it really was nice to see people back. It was I know after a year of being kind of like, oh, we're closed in, I think people were really excited just to get out.
I also heard that aside from getting a vaccine, a lemon shake up and a corn dog cures COVID. Is there any truth to that?
I don't know, but I guess I'm kind of living proof of that. I could sign up for that study. I'd be okay with that.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate your time, and really looking forward to getting out there again this year. And again, thanks for stopping by.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me. And if you have any questions about the fair, adamsfair.org is where you can find them.
All right. Thanks a lot. That's Melissa Shriver-Hackamack with the Adams County Fair. I'm Bob Gough, and we will talk to you next week.